Major Rachel Stone drops the stack of training reports on her desk and reaches for her coffee. Another routine review of completed assignments from her unit. She flips open the first folder and sees the familiar handwriting of Private First Class Marcus Webb. At the top of his report, where soldiers usually write their own name, Marcus has written PFC James Martinez in careful block letters. Below that, crossed out with a single line, he's added his real name. Stone pauses with her coffee halfway to her lips. She's seen this before. Before continuing the story, let us know in the comments, what city are you watching this story from? She sets down her cup and pulls out the previous week's reports. Same thing. Marcus Webb's work, but James Martinez written at the top of every page. The week before that, same pattern. She digs deeper into her files, going back months. Every single assignment Marcus has turned in starts with the name James Martinez, written in neat, deliberate handwriting. Then his own name added below it, like an afterthought. Stone has been commanding this training unit for 2 years. She's seen hundreds of soldiers come through, each with their own quirks and habits. But she's never seen anything like this. She picks up her phone and dials the personnel office. Sergeant Kim, I need you to pull a file for me. James Martinez. See if we have anyone by that name who served with Private Webb. Give me a few minutes, ma'am. While she waits, Stone studies Marcus Webb's personnel file. 21 years old from Detroit, enlisted 8 months ago. Good soldier, follows orders, stays out of trouble, scores well on tests. But he keeps to himself. Eats alone, volunteers for solo assignments, spends his free time reading or working out. Nothing unusual there. Lots of young soldiers are quiet when they first join up. Her phone rings. Ma'am, I found something. James Martinez was killed in Afghanistan 3 years ago. Army records show he was 22, from Detroit. Same neighborhood as Webb, actually. Stone feels something cold settle in her stomach. Send me everything you have on Martinez. 20 minutes later, she's staring at a photograph of a young soldier with Marcus Webb's eyes and smile. According to the file, James Martinez died when his convoy hit an IED outside Kandahar. He was 3 weeks away from coming home. The emergency contact listed in Martinez's file is Maria Martinez, mother. Same address as Marcus Webb's home address. Stone reaches for her phone again, but stops. This isn't something you handle over the phone. She finds Marcus in the motor pool, cleaning vehicle parts with the same careful attention he brings to everything else. His hands move steadily, methodically, removing grease and grime from engine components. Private Webb, I need to speak with you. Marcus looks up, his face neutral. Yes, ma'am. In my office. The walk back to headquarters is quiet. Marcus follows 2 steps behind, his boots keeping perfect rhythm on the concrete walkway. Stone can feel the questions building in her chest, but she waits until they're behind closed doors. Sit down, Marcus. He takes the chair across from her desk, back straight, hands folded. The perfect picture of military discipline. Stone opens the file folder and slides the photograph of James Martinez across the desk. Tell me about James. Marcus stares at the photo for a long moment. His carefully controlled expression doesn't change, but Stone sees his hands tighten slightly. He was my brother, ma'am. Your brother? Half-brother, technically. Same mom, different dads. But he raised me after mom started working 2 jobs. James was. He was everything I wanted to be. Stone pulls out Marcus's training reports and spreads them across the desk, page after page with James Martinez written at the top. Why do you write his name on your assignments? Marcus looks at the reports, then back at the photograph. Because he should be here instead of me. The words hang in the air between them. Stone has heard grief before. She's counseled dozens of soldiers through loss. But this feels different, deeper. Tell me more. Marcus takes a breath. James enlisted when I was 15. He was going to serve his 4 years, use the GI Bill for college, then come home and help mom buy a house. Had it all planned out. What happened to those plans? IED on Highway 1. 3 weeks before his deployment ended. Marcus's voice stays steady, but Stone sees his jaw tighten. I was supposed to graduate high school, get a job, help mom with the bills. Instead, I enlisted the day I turned 18. To follow in James's footsteps? To finish what he started. Stone studies the young man across from her desk. In 8 months of service, Marcus has never caused trouble, never complained, never asked for special treatment. He just quietly, steadily, does whatever job needs doing. Your mother, how does she feel about you enlisting? Marcus's composure finally cracked slightly. She cried for 3 days when I told her, said she couldn't lose another son to the army. But you enlisted anyway. Someone had to finish what James started. Someone had to make sure his service meant something. Stone reaches into her desk drawer and pulls out a folder she's never opened in front of a soldier. Her own personnel file from before she became an officer. I had a brother too, she says quietly. Marine Corps, Iraq, 2004. Marcus looks up, surprised. Captain Michael Stone. He was supposed to come home, marry his girlfriend, take over our dad's construction business. Instead, he died in Fallujah trying to save his platoon. I'm sorry, ma'am. I was a college senior when it happened. Business major, ready to start my own life. Instead, I joined the army 2 weeks after his funeral. She closes the folder and looks at Marcus. I spent my first year of service writing his name on everything too. Every report, every assignment, every letter home. Like I could keep him alive by making sure people remembered he existed. Marcus nods, understanding passing between them. When did you stop? When I realized I wasn't honoring his memory, I was hiding from my own life. Michael didn't die so I could pretend to be him. He died so I could be myself. Stone stands up and walks to her window. Outside, soldiers are running PT, their voices calling cadence across the training field. James Martinez served his country with honor. His sacrifice mattered. But Marcus Webb is serving his country too, right now, today, and his service matters just as much. She turns back to Marcus. What do you think James would want for you? Marcus is quiet for a long time. When he finally speaks, his voice is barely above a whisper. He'd want me to be happy. He'd want me to live my own life, not his. Then maybe it's time to start writing your own name on your assignments. Stone pulls out Marcus's latest training report and hands it to him along with a pen. Try it, just once. See how it feels. Marcus takes the pen and looks at the paper. The name James Martinez stares back at him from the top of the page. Slowly, carefully, he draws a line through it. Below it, he writes, PFC Marcus Webb, in the same neat block letters. How does that feel? Marcus studies his own name on the paper. Strange, but right somehow. Good. That's how it should feel. Stone takes the report and files it away. Marcus, I'm recommending you for the advanced leadership course. You've got the skills, the discipline, and the character to be a leader. But first, you need to learn to lead yourself. Ma'am, stop carrying James's ghost and start carrying his values. Honor, courage, service, those things he taught you, but use them as Marcus Webb, not as James Martinez. That evening, Marcus sits in his barracks room with a piece of paper and a pen. For the first time in 8 months, he's writing a letter home to his mother. Dear Mom, he begins. I know you worry about me being in the army. I know you're scared you'll lose me like we lost James. But I need you to know something. I'm not here to replace him. I'm here to honor him by being the best Marcus Webb I can be. He pauses and looks at the photograph on his desk. James in his dress uniform, smiling that confident smile that made everyone believe everything would be okay. James taught me how to be a man, how to take care of people I love, how to do the right thing even when it's hard. Now I'm using those lessons to serve my country and make you proud. I'll always miss James. I'll always wish he was here instead of me, but I'm learning that the best way to honor his memory isn't to pretend to be him. It's to be the brother he raised me to be. Marcus signs the letter with his own name and seals it in an envelope. Tomorrow, he'll mail it home along with a photograph of himself in uniform, not trying to look like James, just looking like Marcus. 2 weeks later, Stone reviews the monthly training reports. She opens Marcus Webb's folder and smiles. At the top of every assignment, in neat block letters, he's written PFC Marcus Webb. But in the corner of each page, in smaller letters, he's added, in memory of James Martinez. Not hiding from his brother's legacy. Not pretending to be someone else. Just carrying forward the values he learned and using them to build his own story. Some honors are meant to be shared. Some memories are meant to inspire rather than replace. Marcus Webb learned the difference, one assignment at a time.